Another chapter on where to fly model rockets in the greater Phoenix area. We are in Grover's Basin Park in north central Phoenix. This is a park that is divided into two pieces, one designated for flying, one not. We'll obviously explore the one where you can fly. It's pretty open, lots of grass, but there's trees scattered throughout the property. So this one takes a little bit of skill to keep your rocket out of the trees. We will take a look around and put one up in the air to see how this thing flies. We're standing on the west end, looking east of Grover's Basin Park. Not that huge, but it is a good size. There is a parking lot away across, otherwise you're parking on the road around this thing. There's a neighborhoods butt up against it. Trees in the middle. There's trees that intersect the middle of this with no walking path. Some big trees on the far east side of the park. Definitely A and B motor sized place. So we'll take a walk around and look at the park and look for a good place to launch at Grover's Basin Park. Right about in the middle of what I would call the western quadrant of Grover's Basin Park, just because this line of trees right here kind of intersects the middle. So this part here, flying from about the center here with an A motor, you should do well keeping your rocket recoverable. Looking from the north to the south, this is a line of trees that bisects the park here. West field, east field. I would say the east and the west are about the same size. The east field might be a little bit smaller because there are a line of trees over there. The eastern quadrant of Grover's Basin Park, trees to the west. The far eastern portion of this park, lots of trees. There is a parking lot here, so you could park here and hike your launch equipment in there, but I would definitely launch in that field, which would be the eastern field or the western field. Unofficially dubbed that because of the line of trees. An overhead view of Grover's Basin Park. Sometimes you'll see this as Grover's Basin Dog Park. There's two parts to this park. The other part is across the street. There's the dog park. No rocket flying at that park. Cave Creek Road and Grover's Road would be a good way to get into this place. Drive right past that. There is a place to park right here. There's also parking on this street right here on North 20th Street that you can walk into. This is again another basin, called a basin because this whole area is a hill and the grass is set down into the landscape here. So this park is, from walking it, kind of divided up into three pieces. You'll see on the video that there's a western piece here divided by this line of trees, center piece or eastern piece really, and then a far eastern piece, I call it, because this is all loaded with trees. I would stay away from this part of the park, flying in this field here or this field, or treating this whole thing as one. This is grass and gravel and trees all along the edge. The trees are big, but they're not prohibitive from recovering your rocket. So let's take a couple of measurements here just for fun to see how big we are flying here. How big of a field we are flying. The whole park, just to get an idea, from street to street, 1,265 feet. And going this way, north-south, we have 635 feet. So that's pretty good. It's definitely rectangular, twice as long east to west as north to south. Flying field, let us go. I'm going to go from edge to edge here on where you would actually fly your rocket, and that would be 729 feet. You're going to want to stay all in this section here. And if you recover up on this area, you'd be fine. So you got 800 feet here in the parking lot, another 800 feet. So that's pretty good size. And if we go the opposite way here, from field to field, or on the field, on the grass, you're looking at 500 feet. Up to the street, 550. Let's look at each quadrant just for fun. And that would be the western quadrant. You have 300 feet here, 375, 375, it should get to 400 by into the trees here. And this one here, this part of the field here, 342. You could probably get to this point here. These trees aren't that high, so 400 feet as well. So again, you're going to want to stick into this area here, or treat the whole thing here and take your chances with this line of trees here. Another good view of both the eastern and western fields here at Grover's Basin. Launching a custom rocket company venture here at Grover's Basin Park on an A8-3. Windy day, set up in the corner, and hopefully we'll recover in this area here without hitting the tree. It's going to have a little chute on it, and let's put it up. Rain and sky are clear. Going up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Event, chute. Now the chute's kind of tangled, which is helpful on a day like today. But I'm going to get it back, no problem. Lots of room to spare. There it goes. Sweet. Recovery on the maiden voyage of my venture. Good flight, no melted chute, rockets intact. Can't do better than that.